day, fam. So I'm doing a cam swap on my C5 Z06 right now, but I'm gonna make a separate video and for the Trunnion install. So I have the BTR Racing Trunnion upgrade kit. So pretty much what this does is this like replaces the factory Trunnions in your stock rocker arms, but these ones actually lock, and so you don't have like the risk of all of the needle bearings like exploding on the top end of your engine and going down in all the places they shouldn't be. So like this is a good mod for people who like track their car, or just, you know, like track their cars with their cars, you know, like things like where their engines would see like really high RPMs for extended amount of times. And so what this kit has is the actual bearings right here. It has new rocker bolts. It has the actual trunnions themselves. It has the snap rings, and it has the installation washers and installation tools. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. So to actually remove your coil pack cover, so you're gonna have to undo this clip right here, and then you have to undo the actual like mounting bolts, which are a 10mm, and you'll need a deep socket for that, or a wrench. That could work too, and you'll just start taking all those off. And to remove this alternator power cable, that's a 13mm right here. And then to remove the actual alternator bolt itself, that is a 15mm right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock all that out right now, and then we'll get to that. So I got all of the coil pack covers off. I got my alternator off. I had to take off my drive belt right here. Super simple. The pulley is right there, and that's a 13mm. You just push, well, and you just rotate that in towards you. Obviously, I had to take off my spark plug wires. So now, like, these are the actual like valve covers that are exposed, and they are 8mm bolts. There's 4 of them total. They shouldn't be torqued on too tight, so just loosen those up and you're good to pull off your valve cover and gasket. All right, y'all. So we're going to loosen all of the rockers that have no tension on them. So like if you look at this one has tension. So like we're not gonna loosen that one yet. Like we're gonna have to rotate the whole engine. All right, y'all. So I got all of my rockers removed. I took out the whole like rocker assembly. You know, just lift it straight out. But one thing I did have to do was use a 24mm wrench, but like I had to use the one that was curved, and just to be able to get the correct angle to be able to turn the motor to take pressure off of the actual like rocker itself. But got that off now. So next thing we're going to do, as you can see, got the whole rock assembly, and this is the left bank, this is the right bank. So what I'm gonna do is, one by one, I'm just gonna start like pressing out the old bearings and putting the new bearing and new bolt and back in the rocker assembly. So you wanna keep your rockers in the order and that they were originally on the motor. At least like that's what people say, like just for like the wear and tear to be the same. So I'm gonna start with my left bank and the first rocker, just work my way through, like so. So I'm going to explain how to press out your old bearings. So what you need to do is take the supplied 8mm socket, put it on the top, find an appropriate size and bottom socket, and that will allow the old bearings to go all the way through. I have a 13 to 16 socket, and then you just want to start to press. You want to make sure it's even though, and as you can see, it's coming through. And then I'm gonna clean the guts out of this, and then we'll put our bigger, well, our longer socket that goes all the way through, and to push the remaining part out. All right, and so now we're gonna press it in. And so you wanna make sure on the side with all your letters is facing up and to the outside of the actual rocker. And then you are going to press. You shouldn't feel a whole lot of resistance when you're pressing. It's just sliding fairly smoothly. And you just want to keep pressing until it's flat. Boom. All right, so now you're gonna drop your actual trunnion in. And you're gonna take one of the supplied washers and put it underneath, like so. And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put the new bearing and seat it in. We're gonna press it and put a washer on the opposite side. Bearing should, and as you can see, the trunnion is installed, but now you need to install, and the snap ring goes up on each side. There's little indents right there and right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and install these now. A little bit of pressure up on them as you open them. You want to make sure they actually go into the grooves. You should hear like a little snap. Bam. And that is how you complete it, and you can reinstall it back on your rocker arm rail and continue to do all the rest of them. So I'm gonna knock those out now, and then I'll be back at reassembly. So got all of my trunnions on my rocker arms now, as you can see. So moving on. All right, y'all, so time for the reassembly of our rockers. So first we're gonna put our push rods back in, throw those back in all the holes. And now I can go ahead and loosely I put my rocker assembly back in, and then we can torque down the ones that are loose, but we're gonna have to rotate the engine for the ones that are tight. All right, y'all, so I got all of my rockers like started, so now I'm gonna torque them down. And the torque spec for these is 22 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these up, and then we'll get our valve covers back on along with our coil packs, and then we'll hook everything back up and we'll be good to go, and the job is done. So I got all these torqued down, and I turned the motor over twice and I rechecked the torque. Everything was good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put back on the valve covers and the coil packs. And we'll be done. All right, y'all, so I'm all done with my trunnion upgrade. I got everything back in the car. I got all the valve covers and coil packs back, you know, and the car is running like beautifully. But if you have any questions, please do comment below. I'm out.